Hello, 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 my fellow football fanaticos. I was right on all four counts of the quarterfinals of the Nations League. It feels so good to be vindicated, especially because the first legs were all against my predictions, but the final results are with me. And what can I say? I am a footballing Nostradamus. Just kidding. But I will say this, that powerhouse football teams do come back strongly when given another chance. Now that's very important because semi-finals are a one match thing only. They are not two over two legs. So that is why the semi-finalists are well and truly in it to win it. Alright, now I will just say this, that Ronaldo continues to impress. Even though he missed a penalty, he still managed to get on the score sheet and he managed to inspire his team to a 5-2 victory. The other two teams had to go to penalties and Germany won on aggregate, but Portugal were the ones who actually came out all guns blazing into extra time. It took them that extra half hour of effort, and even though Ronaldo was subbed out, I think that his morale boosting energy on the front of the pitch in front of goal is a very big distraction for defenders because he is a constant threat, and that is why he continues to be my favorite player. I have nothing against Messi, and that is why I don't think this debate over who is the GOAT needs any fueling, which is why I will say people who are more impatient, I think, like me, like Ronaldo better, and people who are a little more calm and who prefer to take things slow, like Messi better. Neymar has kind of dropped out of the race of being the GOAT, especially since he moved to the Saudi leagues in the footsteps of Ronaldo and Benzema and lots of other aging football stars. But it remains to be seen what happens in Manchester United's Premier League campaign. Europa League, we will be facing off against Lyon. So that is going to be a tough challenge. But then again, two-legged matches do tend to be unpredictable even till the last minute of the last seconds of extra time, like these Nations League's quarterfinals. So, okay. Now, I've talked about Nations League, I've talked about Premier League, only Manchester United of course, and Ruben Amorim is getting to grips with the team that he has to manage. Injuries are there, yes, and there is a packed schedule sometimes. Knockout games, we have been knocked out of both the FA Cup and the EFL Cup, so that's not good. But then again, at least that leaves only the rest of the Premier League season to salvage and the Europa League to conquer. Now we are undefeated in the Europa League, which somehow tells me that there is a gulf between the quality of English football and the rest of European football. But then again, that doesn't translate to their national team, so that sucks. But talking about Indian football, Odisha FC are the teams I have supported for over a decade when they were formed by Mr. Raj Athwal as Delhi Dynamos, and they got me to speak with, not just me, a lot of fans, to speak with Michael Silvestre, an ex-Manchester United Frenchman who did play under Sir Alex Ferguson, and I managed to get a couple of minutes with him about Sir Alex's managing style, and that was just one of the highlights of my footballing journey. Then again, the Indian football national team has had to request Sunil Chhetri, the GOAT of Indian football, after Bhaichung Bhutia and a few other golden age names, to come out of retirement to help the team try and qualify for the AFC Asian Cup. We are drawn against lower ranked teams in the FIFA rankings, and Bangladesh will be our first opponent. I think Singapore and Indonesia or one other island country is our is in our group, the other two opponents. So it doesn't matter what our opponents are. What matters is that the Indian national football team has to elevate its level, has to perform better, and I think we need to start at the grassroots level for that. And I am 40, or at least approaching 40, and I will be 40 just around Sunil Chhetri's birthday. 15th August is mine, and his is, I think, 3rd or 11th, very close to that. So anyway, the point being that I would like to take up a couple of things as I mature into middle age about solar energy, about Indian football, grassroots level, and a few things that I can find time on the weekends as Advitya, my little baby daughter, grows up, so that we can become not just a cricketing powerhouse, which has, to be frank, very limited participation from all over the world, but because it's such a big spectacle, especially the IPL, money speaks, and that is why football is still lagging behind in India. Hockey, kabaddi, badminton are also trying, but I don't think their efforts are bearing fruit. But it's a long race, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and that is why I'm hopeful that Indian sports scene will pick up by the time my daughter grows up into an adult. Okay, so I think that about covers it as far as football is concerned, and thank you so much for joining me for my lunchtime vlog. See you soon in my other videos, and let's football.